bro?
Yep, we are in game 3 of a best of 3 in 4PL. I am SC2 England. My amazing co-caster is Puri. Say hi, Puri.
Hey guys.
So, this is between Baby Knight, who is the red Protoss in the top right, and he is playing against ZvP, who is the blue Zerg in the lower left. The map is Cloud Kingdom. There is a supply depot there, so it's not the ladder version, it's the ESV version of it. And it was picked by Baby Knight, as it is game 3. Everyone is aware it's 1-all. ZvP took game 1. Baby Knight took game 1. ZvP took game 2, and they were pretty awesome games, like really awesome. Don't you think, Puri?
I've thoroughly enjoyed myself. So, like, first game was pretty straightforward, but the last game was a bit more intense. A lot of little things came into it that made a big difference, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty hairy though as well. There were points where ZvP looked like he was going to lose to a very similar 2-gate big push. And, I mean, what do you reckon? Do you reckon Baby Knight's going to be going for another 2-gate push on this map, or do you reckon he's going to try and take the third?
Like this, I know. There's a lot of different things that come into it, I would say.
Such as?
I know, all depends what his opponent does. And, like, the third can be fairly easy to take, but obviously you have to have a build that goes with it, like your the 4-gate expansion with a robo or something like that. But it is completely stylistic, really. He's gone for 2 base all in, so he might go for a third. And
it looks like Heinz is going to go and straight away take his third, so that's fairly normal. Just because the probes there blocking the natural, we will see that Baby Knight again gone for that Nexus first, Nexus before Forge, which is a really bold move, but it pays off if you can get away with it. And there's a pylon block there as well for Baby Knight, so Heinz going to have to deal with that at some point, but he's got his pull downs, so there will be Zerglings any second. Meanwhile, this Overlord will scout everything that's going on, knows that it was a Nexus before Forge, and that's a big tell on its own.
it is. Oh, wait there, sorry,
I'm just having a quick look around the map, and I mean, the third's been taken. I'm surprised. Well, Heinz going to be looking to take his natural pretty soon. The pylon was cancelled. These Zerglings are going to try and clean up the probe. I'd expect to see sort of ZvP take his expansion in roughly about the next, well, 30 seconds. Someone in the next 30 seconds. So
yeah, this is really funky.
Yeah, this is really weird. Double gateway wall off completely.
I know. But I like this at the same time.
I mean,
like,
it's purely because there's a couple of Zerglings coming across the map.
Yeah.
And the cannon wasn't down in time.
Yeah.
The third base rather taken down for ZvP there. So a bit early again, around about the 4 minutes. So ZvP definitely favouring the 4-minute third base as opposed to the standard 4-minute 20. But again, these Zerglings are going to be irritating. Is that cannon going to be in range of all of them? Should be just.
Yeah, he's gonna. I was gonna say he's gonna cancel the build and just have the block.
He's pretty fine. And now we go into complete standard. Ready?
Ooh, Baby Knight's gone for his cybercore, but he hasn't started mining gas yet. He hasn't realised. There we are.
There we go. So I was just noticing. I'm going to ask, is there some kind of strange build you can do there? But no, everything is going pretty standard at the moment. Both players exactly where they want to be. ZvP's got his third base about to finish, and essentially this is all good. We're going to have a bit of downtime, which is the caster's bane, but I mean, it means we're going to have an awesome mid and late game.
Definitely. This is exactly what you expect from each player at the moment. And let's see, because his gas was a bit late, of course his first 50 gas goes through his little warp gate. Otherwise, it's normally to your +1. Just because it's nice to have +1, you get +2 faster, or your +1 armor faster. We got a lot of chrono boosts coming down the cyber core, which is a giveaway of some sort of heavy gateway action. And
we have got some gateways in production as well. So 3 gets straight away added on, +1 just started there for Baby Knight. Meanwhile, the third base up for ZvP, he's adding on 2 gas at the moment. That is his first 2 gas he's going to be getting.
We have a stalker on the map as well.
So that one stalker is actually going to be really irritating. The Roach one's on its way, but
looks like he's. Oh no. Yeah, we got extra gases going down. Okay, it looks like he's going for the standard 4-gate pressure that I do, and now he's following it up with a Twilight. So it could go 4 gate pressure into blink pressure, maybe, or
There's that
he's just
forward
getting
pylon as well. That's going to be big.
Yeah.
Who actually wins now after the Queen range change between a Stalker and a Queen 1-on-1?
There's still a Stalker, I think.
I'm not sure.
It's not so much the range it was always before, because the Stalker's still outranges a Queen, 6 to 5.
I'm not sure. It's something that needs testing. I'm sure someone has. I just can't think off the top of my head. I'm sure they became a lot closer.
You know a Zealot beats a Queen 1-on-1.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's like obvious, but like a Stalker, I can't remember if it does.
They don't really do that much damage to each other, but here we have the first warp in.
There's
and
also
then
a Dark
we-
Shrine coming out
Yeah.
for Baby Knights, so Archons.
And wow, Baby Knight's playing this very smart. He's actually running. He's like, okay, I've just made him force a lot of roaches and a lot of Zerglings, and he's not building any drones.
So that's
Win.
really good. I mean, in terms of the worker count, Baby Knight is still ahead in workers, which is really, really critical. But this is now going to turn into a big counter-attack for HyuN.
It is, but it's not going to be the most potent counterattack. There's not speed for either roaches or lins, so of course Stalkers are faster or even. And of course he has the wall, he can just warp in units. He doesn't have a proxy pylon close though, that is pretty big, because of course DTs finish in the next 20 seconds, the pylon takes 25 seconds. So he's going to have to rally them all the way across the map.
Having said that, though, there is an Evo and also Ledon, so those DTs aren't going to be able to do much at all, even when they do pop. So it's going to be for Archons.
No, I would say 1 to each base.
Do you reckon?
That's what I would do.
Mm,
I wouldn't say Archons. He doesn't know that, he hasn't scouted. He doesn't have observers to see what's actually going on from HyuN.
that is true, but there's an Overseer already in production now.
Yeah, obviously he's assuming that he's got them. But it's just 1 to each base. It's a lot of gas. It's a lot of multitasking, stuff like that.
It is. It'll be interesting to see what HyuN does and how he reacts to it. But to be honest, I think HyuN's in a great spot right now.
Okay, we have 4 DTs coming across the map now. They're about to enter the third. Where do they all get split? 2 for the third, and then probably 1 to the main, 1 to the natural.
And all of the drones have been pulled now. They're going to just
Overseers.
following. Where are the Overseers? There was one morphed in, but I have no clue where it is. Meanwhile, these DTs are doing a nice little bit of damage. That third base is taking a lot of hits. Some roaches going down to deal there. HyuN really needs to save this third base if he can. But he pulled all of his roaches, which wasn't a good move at all. If he'd left a couple of roaches there, he would have been fine.
Oh, and the second DT actually gets out of range of the Overseer, so he's just forced, like, he took out the third, forced a lot of units, forced a lot of Overseers, and lost like 250 gas, 250 minerals. So that was a pretty good trade. Of course, now
HyuN is essentially now has to 2-base all him. That's his only option. There's that one Immortal out, that's going to be critical, but we will see the Baby Knight's about to finish his third base, and that's going to get taken down hard. Really hard.
There's a lot of gateways and pylons and cannons, and like he doesn't really have much gas, so he needs sentries, more sentries. But we do have another Immortal. Immortal will really help. And when these gateways finish, he's going to have a little bit more production as well.
But in come all of these units. HyuN's got an awful lot of units here, and well, the cannons are very nicely protected. There is an Archon on the field as well as that Immortal, but one gateway goes down. HyuN playing this very, very carefully, purely, and that's the right thing to do in my opinion.
He is getting his third behind this as well, so he is, playing it for the longer game, like a proper Korean, like, you know what they're like. They just don't do this. They just play legit every time. But we do have 2 Immortals now, and of course there are a lot more sentries out.
Yep, those sentries are going to make a big difference, and we will see here HyuN trying to take down those rocks because he does not want to engage in a choke. That's the right choice there. +1 missile attack is done. That's compared to +2 ground weapons.
Was done. Sorry.
Yep. Well, now really Baby Knight's got to have a good defense position because HyuN, he's getting close to maxing out.
He is, but he's still only on Roach Lin, and he doesn't even have Roach speed. Oh, sorry, he does.
He does. And now these roaches have got a good position here, but I mean, another gateway gets picked off, and HyuN just pulls back again without taking, I don't think, hardly any losses there. So that's a good choice. Very good. Going to move forward, gets a good forward position. Those force fields were nice, but
they were really good.
Still, another gateway's going to go down. The force fields aren't really trapping everything though.
No.
They're just really holding off the onslaught, and we will see HyuN push forward here. This is very, very bold. And essentially all those gateways are now down covering the third, and HyuN pulls back because he's done a lot of damage by taking out all of those gateways.
And what you have to realise is, of course, when the gateways get taken down with your wall and half, that's your production.
Yep, exactly. And these roaches have got an amazing position here. HyuN is pushing forward more and more. He's going to focus fire down those immortals as best he can. 1, 2 go down, and now HyuN's in an amazing spot.
New immortal coming in from behind, but look at the minerals of BabyKnight. He's got 2,000 minerals.
He just can't spend all the money. He's got those 4 gateways forming the wall off with so much of his production. To be honest, I think HyuN's got this now, and he's got a complete surround, and there goes all the probes, but HyuN's going to take this. There's literally nothing BabyKnight can do. HyuN was patient, he went for the right push at the right time, and it worked.
Oh snap, there's actually DTs in here, and there's not an over... Oh, okay, there's an overseer.
It's coming in, but it could take out quite a few units. And the Immortal is, of course, out now, but there's too many Zerglings, and I don't see any way BabyKnight can win this, and there's the GG. So, that was a awesome